Law 20. Get in a hoe's head. Control is the soul. Pimpin' Snooky. The light. My first hoe, Dirty Red, had 10 pimps before me. That did make her a pro, and she had this game down pat. Can't, if you ask a bitch to do something and she acts like she doesn't hear you or she snaps, what? That's a good indication that she's ready to leave. Dirty Red told me. Smart ass bitch. How you know that, I asked. You ain't never pimped on a hoe. That was 16 years old. Never pimped on a hoe, and I was questioning this veteran. She thought for a minute, and I assumed she was thinking, I'm only trying to lace this young ass pimp, and he's getting offended? I was so insecure about what I didn't know that I was getting mad at her for trying to school me. But I calmed down quick, because if I was going to be a king in pimping, I needed that game. Finally, she put her hands on her hips and said, Daddy, I'm a hoe. And that's what we do when we get tired of a pimp. I realized no one knows what a hoe is thinking better than a hoe. So I said, okay, bitch, what else? I became her willing student, but I still had to be in control. Dirty Red told me that a woman will almost always lie about an orgasm. I didn't really care whether a hoe had an orgasm or not, but you never know when knowledge will come in handy later. If you lay some good dick, you will know if it's the real thing, she said. A bitch will pant your name, roll over like a puppy, and go to sleep in broad daylight, shaking all the while. Most simps go for the fake and think they can control the bitch with the dick. But if you allow yourself to be faked out like that, then you are the one who is being controlled by the pussy. In the game, a pimp who can be faked out is tender in the zipper, and a bitch will have no respect for him. Another hoe of mine, Ivy, showed me that women have a hunger to shop, and if I fed it, I would eat forever. She loved to shop so much that I could manipulate her with shopping. If she thought about being out of pocket, she knew that her shopping days would be cut short. It actually kept her in line. All I would have to say was, do you want to go shopping? And she smiled when she felt like frowning. That lesson came in handy when I knocked this other hoe from an old school pimp named Nate. She was a hard-working hoe. One day she caught a trick for some big money. And I gave her a G to go shopping. As I handed her the 10 crisp $100 bills, she started to cry. What's the matter with you, bitch? I said, really puzzled. I gave you a G. I love shopping, she said, but the guy I used to be with never let me shop on my own. That pimp would buy his hoes everything from clothes to tampons. He wouldn't let them have a dime to shop on their own. These women informed me that it's the small things in life that count when it comes to a woman. The kind words, or bringing her a gift for no reason, or remembering her birthday or something special to her and listen when she talks. Those things really matter to them. Most pimps would think you must be out of your mind. Pimps never treat a hoe with much kindness, but I took this lesson and made it work for me. It took my pimping to a whole new level. Unless she feels love for you, a hoe's not going to give you her money for 8 or 10 year stretches. Some hoes want you to be hard on them, but with others it's like Pimp C said, you serve vinegar, you gonna get pickles. The trick is to figure out each hoe's mind. She told me most hoes are little girls who have been neglected growing up, now living in a woman's body. Hoes don't do this because they enjoy turning tricks. Most hoes don't even like sex. They believe a pimp will give them the love and care they didn't get at home. A hoe does not want to be told the same thing a pimp tells all his other hoes, especially a bottom bitch. This is why bottom bitches run off the other hoes. In her mind, a pimp is a hoe's man, and yet she has to work with other girls that think the same thing. You have to remember, us hoes are women before we are hoes. The ism. As I always said, the book on what a hoe would do has yet to be written. You can never really know everything that goes on in a hoe's mind, but one thing that made me such a good pimp on some level, I understood a lot about what made a hoe tick. My best teachers, hoes. Over the years, I learned some valuable lessons and gained a lot of insight from the hoes I had around me. Knowledge is power, and it's available to anyone willing to really pay attention. When people tell you what they think and what makes them tick, it's to your advantage to learn as much as you possibly can. Ask them what their dreams are and really listen to the answers. Then you can use the information to make your dreams come true.